Hello gamers, this is Sai and welcome back to Which Way Games. Now, why should you be careful when pressing the hyperdrive button?
My brains are going into my feet!
Now that brings a whole new meaning to ludicrous speed. And with that being said, let's go on with the video. Now, Nintendo have always been known for some fantastic and endearing franchises over the years that have gone on to have a special place in the hearts of gamers.
I love Lamp. I love Lamp.
But for those that know me, whenever you mention Sonic the Hedgehog, I get pretty excited. But coming back to Nintendo, there is another gaming series that I love that first appeared on the Super Nintendo.
Playing with power, superpower.
And of course, I'm talking about Star Fox. But before I carry on, let's go back to see where it all started.
When the world of gaming was making that transition from 8-bit to 16-bit, gamers could only imagine what this new era of gaming would bring, and some of the games that they would eventually get to play.
Some retro gamers class the 16-bit era as the golden age of gaming, where some of the classics of the past first appeared.
You don't say.
While the Super Nintendo and the Sega Mega Drive had some of the best games around, some gamers were looking towards the future to see what the next step in the world of gaming would be. And if memory serves me right, my friends and I went absolutely crazy when we saw a trailer for an upcoming game with some amazing graphics.
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
This game was called Star Fox, but here in the UK it was called Star Wing. And with game developer Rare at the helm, gamers were certainly in for a treat, especially with this game making use of the Super Effects chip within the Super Nintendo, but that's for another time.
You teasing me, naughty.
Star Fox is a rail shooter where gamers get to pilot an R-Wing, and as gamers traversed each stage, they would deal with a variety of different enemies. And with plenty of power-ups to collect along the way, gamers got to experience some brilliant gameplay that provided the ultimate challenge.
Star Fox for the Super Nintendo became a must-have game for the system, and there were talks of a sequel, but this didn't come to light until 24 years later.
Haha, you're old!
However, gamers did get a Star Fox game but 5 years later, with Star Fox 64 appearing on Nintendo's brand new console, but here in the UK, this classic game was known as Lilac Wars.
Star Fox 64 was a retelling of the original game, and had expanded upon the Star Fox mythos, creating more characters and even new worlds within the Lilac system.
It felt like the universe had got bigger, and alongside this, Star Fox 64 provided hours of gameplay and some memorable phrases that have gone on to become a part of pop culture.
Do a barrel roll.
Despite its popularity, a sequel never appeared on the Nintendo 64, but Fox McCloud did go on to become a playable character in the legendary Smash Brothers. But eventually Fox McCloud returned with a game of his own several years later for the Nintendo GameCube. But there's more than meets the eye when it comes to Star Fox Adventures.
In the later years of the 64-bit console from Nintendo, there was supposed to be a game called Dinosaur Planet. With a playing style similar to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, everything was on track for release on the Nintendo 64.
However, legendary Shigeru Miyamoto noticed similarities between Saber and Fox, and so proposed that Dinosaur Planet becomes part of the Star Fox franchise, and thus Star Fox Adventures was born.
And while some things may have changed in development, there were still remnants of the original game within Star Fox Adventures. Some of the original characters such as Crystal, Tricky and even General Scales has survived the chop. However, others such as Saber have been replaced with Fox McCloud.
Gameplay for Star Fox Adventures was very different compared to the two previous games, with gamers now controlling Fox McCloud in a 3D adventure on Dinosaur Planet.
Nice.
Gamers were slightly divided when it came to Star Fox Adventures, but over the years, a cult following has started to surround this classic game.
One of us, one of us, one of us.
It would be 4 years later before gamers got another Star Fox game, and in that time, Rare were purchased by Microsoft, so it was up to Namco to bring Star Fox Assault to the world of gaming.
Star Fox Assault returned to the original style of gameplay of the first two games, but combined elements of Star Fox Adventures with several on-foot missions. And while Namco did their best, it was noticeable that the charm Rare was known for was missing, but this didn't stop gamers from enjoying this fun GameCube game.
In fact, Star Fox Assault felt like it could be an arcade game, which of course wasn't a bad thing.
Eventually, Star Fox would cross over into the world of handheld gaming with Star Fox Command, and this great game for the Nintendo DS was an instant success thanks to its gameplay and multiple endings.
Following on from this, it was 5 years later with the release of the Nintendo 3DS that Star Fox 64 came back to the world of gaming in a remake, with fans of the original falling in love with instantly.
It's so beautiful.
Once again, there was a long hiatus between games, but soon Star Fox Zero was released and found a home on the Nintendo Wii U, and it looked amazing compared to the games that had come before. However, not everything was gumdrops and rainbows, because Star Fox Zero divided gamers, mainly because of its difficult to learn control scheme.
Gamers would control the R-Wing using the left stick of the Wii U pad, but use the screen itself to aim the weapons, which as you can imagine caused a bit of confusion, but once perfected, Star Fox Zero became a perfect addition to the franchise.
Overall, the Star Fox series of games can stand tall alongside some of Nintendo's finest achievements, such as the likes of Super Mario, Metroid, and the infamous Legend of Zelda series. And although there may be a couple of games within the Star Fox franchise that aren't as popular as the ones found on the Super Nintendo or the N64, fans of the series will still welcome these games with open arms. Whichever Star Fox games that gamers choose to give their time to, there is certainly a fantastic experience to be had, especially when piloting an R-Wing over the green fields or Corneria.
Anyway, come back next time where the cartoon guy takes a look at the adventures of Captain N, but who is the true games master. Thank you so much for watching and see you next game.